Huh?
I don't need none of them needles no more.
Nah,
Last one.
the chip? Nah, if you take that, it's death, man. And that's coming after they crash this economy. See what I'm saying? The RFID chip. And they've been showing you in all these movies that's coming out, the chip, that's the end game.
And people got the nerve to tell me in my neighborhood, like the closed-minded ones, or you watching too much movies. No, I'm not watching too much movies. I'm alert. God gave me the mind to vision to see what it is.
Yeah. That's art imitating life. Because these movie directors are friends with politicians. Yeah. And these politicians tell them, yo, in the future we gonna do this, that, and the third. And they put it in the movie, right in people's face, man. They call it hidden in plain sight. Yeah. And it just goes right over people's heads.
Following it? Yeah. Our people.
Yeah.
Black and brown?
Yeah, definitely. You seen the first Purge?
Oh, you seen the last one too?
Oh my gosh. Like everything we talk about martial art and shit, they show you dead in the movie.
But was there a couple that was passing you by? The woman seemed to be the woman was in pain.
No, I ain't see that. What's that?
And then what's up with our women, man? Coming out here naked and...
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the era we in. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality.
And then they come out like that, and you just free agent for somebody that's disrespectful. Say something crazy. Look, I was on the train right now when I got up the D. You know, right out on Columbus, the train station.
Right.
Mad people's coming down. I'm coming up.
Right.
So, I'm always polite, because I see it.
Yeah.
I see when Satan is attacking people.
Right.
So I move.
Right.
That's that God intelligence.
That's
I
wisdom.
move.
Yeah.
So and then when I look, I cop the little soda. The Arabs already know me from the stand. Like, hey, Papa, I'm like, what's up, baby? This girl standing right there, lady. They said late 30s, 40s. Yeah. This nigga was being fresh. When I look and I open the door to get the soda, look, you see that. No problem. You see it. And then I look, the shorts you see at the bottom of my foot, like in the bottom. And I'm looking at her like.
And I guarantee you she got a man.
Probably a husband.
Yeah.
And then you gotta understand, they got a lot of Ted Bundy dudes out here.
Yeah.
A lot of sick dudes that can watch your hours, watch you going home.
We seen it this week too. Black girls got killed by so-called KKK members. One in Kansas and the one in Oakland.
Yeah.
The dude just walked in, just slashed her throat.
Yeah.
And just left. And then we telling them as the economy get worse, you're gonna see that more and more. We living in the end, man.
Lucky we don't got too much KKs out here unless they're undercover.
Yeah.
Or you go deep upstate.
Yeah. And you seen it in the last Purge movie, right? They tested in the so-called black and Hispanic neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
And the end goal was when they wasn't killing enough of each other, they just send the Gestapo in, man.
Yeah.
And they was clearing house, running up in churches, running from floor to floor. They hired Klan members and all that. They showing niggas right in your face what they want to do to you, man. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder's blind and he can see it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they showed that, man. You see what I'm saying?
And you know what? You preach the best you can.
Right.
Because for real, brother, our peoples, they'll assume or they act like they want to hear the realness.
Nah.
Then when you give them the realness, they get offended.
Nah, because it's uncomfortable. The truth is always uncomfortable.
Like I told this kid in my job, I don't get caught up with religion, but I am spiritual. I have a connection with God. And I'm a true believer God gave me knowledge and wisdom.
Right.
It's to the point some of my dudes be like, you should be God by yourself, Muslim person.
Right.
Got a lot of knowledge and I also picked up on the old heads of my hood.
Right.
So some doing my job asked me a situation about female. And I told him 3 times, brother, you know, I'm coming like a comedian. I said, I told you 3 times don't ask me about relationships, I promote breakups.
Right.
That's what I'm realistic like.
Right.
So he asked me something when we punch out, could we leave together? So we punched out like at 12:30. I gave him what he wanted, dude got offended. So then why ask me?
Yeah, but he's being a simp, man. First of all, if he was to even read the Bible, which majority of the Bible warns you about women. Solomon, who was the wisest and richest king that ever lived, said that the thing that bothered him the most, I'm going to read it, Ecclesiastes 7:25.
Got no time, I'm on that file. My job is like,
yeah, he said,
pray for me before I leave.
Of course.
Me and my daughters, because sorry to cut you off, I'm fighting my daughter to court, my little one.
Right.
To make a long story short, this woman getting held like, it's a long story, but the case is looking good. I'll be back August 14th.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So do a little prayer for me because
definitely.
My family, the haters and the judges wants to.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 7:25. He said, I apply my heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom and to reason of things. So he searched out everything. And to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness, he searched out wickedness. He said, verse 26, and this is what he said, I find more bitter than death, the woman. Although everything, all the wickedness he searched out, he said the thing that got on his nerve the most was because he had 700 wives and 300 concubines. And he said, what? I find more bitter than death a woman whose heart or her mind is snares and nets, always trying to trap you up. And her hands is bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Yeah, and he said what? Verse 28. Yet my soul seeketh, but I find not one man among 1,000 have I found. He said out of 1,000 men he knew, one was doing the right thing. But he said what? But a woman among all those have I not found. He said I couldn't find one righteous woman. So Solomon.
And that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
Every woman that's been, oh man, it was messed up.
Yeah.
My head's up.
Yeah.
Every woman that's been coming my way is women that got a job.
Yeah.
Got their hand out,
Yeah.
want to save their money, they want Victor to spend, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, when you gonna at least go to the discount and buy me some detergent, do something for me.
Yo, they think you were created to please them, and that's not how it was. That's not how it's supposed to be, man.
The king's supposed to be the king.
Yeah.
We go back into history when
Yeah.
the woman stays home.
Yeah, yeah.
This ain't the 1800s no more. Man.
But that's how when these things happen, it's gonna revert back to that. That's what the scripture says. Isaiah 13 and 12.
Isaiah
So
13.
you're not alone, brother. The scripture tells you that. And this is the wisest king that ever lived. And he said, out of all things, he said the woman was the most thing that bothered him the most. And this is when women were supposedly righteous. Dressed, head covered. How much more today?
It's like the Muslim, the real Muslim, the ladies that dress the whole black.
Yeah.
Around where I live at now, you see them whole years.
Yeah, of course. Isaiah 13 and 12. When the economy collapsed and martial law on the chip, it says what? Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. A man is going to be more precious than fine gold. Like what these women are doing out here, like you said, dressed promiscuous, half naked. That's not going to happen. See, Trump is bringing this country down fast. People can't realize it'll see that. He's at odds with everybody.
I respect some of his opinions,
right.
But honestly, Trump he's a businessman, man. He's doing it his way.
Yeah, and he's hitting Europe with sanctions, China with sanctions.
You see when
Mexico,
he gets to Puerto
Canada.
Rico too, right?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
My man was throwing
they almost killed them.
Yeah, he was throwing paper towels at them like they were dogs,
like
man.
they were dogs, man.
And separating the Mexicans from their kids.
Yeah, and then even if you built the wall, you think those Mexicans is not gonna find a way to get in here? They've been coming in here since the 80s and 90s.
First of all, the Aztecs. I take care. See, that truth is that's too much testosterone for him. I can already tell.
Yeah.
But the Aztecs, the Mexicans, which they're Israelites, because that's who we are. The so-called white man saying he's a Jew and an Israelite is a lie.
Ain't the white man the real caveman?
Yeah. That's the original state. See, he's being exposed in these last days. All this pedophile sex rings, all this dirt is being brought out on this man.
And Jesus is really that color, right?
Never. Jesus was black.
No, I'm saying he's brown.
Yeah.
They kind of look black. That's
These
caveman.
are cavemen, yeah. That's the caveman that's ruling the earth. And that's why everything is turned upside down.
But Jada Kid said on that song, why, on the remix, he said, why they still hanging black people in Mississippi. On one of his verses. That's one of my greatest.
And also since Trump came into office, racial tension has been high, man. The Klan is back out. These police shootings, which we already know is a weekly thing. And matter of fact, it was right in the city. A woman was wearing a Puerto Rican flag. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah.
And then the white man started cursing around. She was like,
she had like a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Like a tent.
Yeah. She was like, Puerto Rico's one of American territories. What's wrong with this dude? But that's how they felt all along. It's just that they got the perfect president. Yeah. Now they just showing their horns now. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what they never liked niggas on Spanish.
You do a little prayer if you don't mind, bro?
Yeah. I'll pray for you in private. What's your name?
I'm Victor.
Victor? Yeah.
I want to pray for this case. My daughter, Ariana, my little one.
Yeah.
My grandson. My mother's condition is she's diabetic.
Right.
30 years.
Yeah.
I know I'm healthy, but still pray for my health.
Definitely.
And my close friends.
Yeah. What tribe you from here? This is who our people are, man. When you go into were you Puerto Rican or?
Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican, tribe of Ephraim.
Ephraim, yeah.
And matter of fact, it's spiritual. A lot of Puerto Ricans' name is Ephraim.
Ephraim,
Yeah. That's their biblical name, Aprayam.
Yo, that would be dope for me to have. You never run into one, give me one, bro. I'll buy it over for you.
Yeah.
Yo, I didn't even notice this, yo.
Yeah. If that's a slave name, Puerto Rico or Rich Boy.
It was Rich Boy.
Yeah. Because they said the rumors were the Tainos were playing with diamonds and rubies. And when the Spaniards saw it, they said, oh, this is a rich boy. And they took all that back to Spain.
Yeah, back to Spain.
Yeah.
Because supposedly there was 50% population of Taino Indians already before so-called Christopher Columbus discovered the land.
Yeah, and he killed millions of them, man.
But we fought. With the spears, and we did the best because they have weapons. They have guns.
And De La Cosa, his man, was like, these people are friendly. Why did he do that? Like, they actually, when they saw them, they took them in open arms, showed them the land, being naive.
Yeah.
You saw that and they killed them and took what they had and made them slaves.
Right.
And showed them that white Jesus. And if they didn't bow down to it, that was off with their head, man. You see what I'm saying? But that's how you know we in the last days, this word is coming out. All his secrets is brought out, his secret societies, his plans. He's a homosexual. All on the third, you see they're trying to legalize pedophilia in the LGBT community now, right?
Trans dykes or even if you're gay, whatever, you could go to a woman's bathroom and literally use the woman's bathroom.
Confusion.
So you're telling me if I'm standing up, you know how the movie did it in certain restaurants got the stand up one?
Yeah.
And if I'm standing there because a man got a wig on but dressing like a female, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah. That's confusion. That's confusion. That's why this place is called Babylon. Babylon is the land of confusion, man.
Yeah.
People can't see these the last days. When I saw this pedophile thing the other day, I was like, man, this got to be the end, man. Hillary Clinton, they got all kind of footage on her and her aides having sex with children. The Clinton Foundation, they say they used Haiti when Haiti got hit with the earthquake. All those missionaries were pedophiles, man. Sex trafficking, man.
Sex trafficking, and that's still going on.
Yeah, that's heavy.
So in
man.
America, there's something going on.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. And every time they try to bring it out to the mainstream media, they say that's fake news. Oh, that's fake news. Because all they politicians and people in Hollywood, they all down with that.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Like this fool Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's Puerto Rican too.
Mexican and Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Mixed.
Yeah, that nigga,
Spanish.
Yeah, that nigga is bugged out, man.
And them dudes around him, once he start feeding some of them wolves, they gonna get at him.
Yeah, they got at him. He said it was his own man's that
once you don't feed the wolves is gonna get you.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that little dude, I don't underestimate nobody. Because I did 6 years up north.
Yeah.
I seen killers this little.
Yeah.
With big hearts.
Yeah.
But he don't give me that impression like you put in work in your hood. You probably did pay to be blood, and if you was blood, you just did it for protection. But the dudes around them, those are the wolves.
Yeah.
Now what's that dude that hold him down? The brother, the Treyway.
Right.
Like an older, mature, whatever. But he's another one. We gotta guide this kid the right way if he's bringing in money for the squad. You know what I mean?
All them niggas are tools and being used. He promoting androgyny. Him and Nicki Minaj came out with some satanic song the other day. You see what I'm saying? That nigga's crazy. He's allowing himself to be used, man. Yeah. Like most of them guys, man.
Yeah, well, he don't feed those wolves around him, and them ain't gonna be Tashiki 6ix9ine no more, nigga.
Nah. Yeah. That ain't your friend, man. The scripture tells you about who your friends are. Let me get Ecclesiastes 37. You see? That's the beginning of his sorrows. When you had XXX, which I didn't even know who he was until he died.
Yeah.
I looked at this guy. This guy, he has so much demons on him. Yo, I looked at this dude, man. He got the upside down cross on his head. His name 666 is X is 24.
X is 24.
Yeah. So 66666. All these guys are all just straight up Satanism in that hip hop industry, man. They're not even lyrically nice anymore, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It says Ecclesiastes 37:1. Every friend said, I am his friend also, but there's a friend which is only a friend in name. The Bible tells you that. This is the 14 books they took out the Bible, the Apocrypha. Yeah. That's what it says, King James Version. If you get the 1611 King James, they're together. See what I'm saying? Wow. That's what it says, King James Version. But the 1800s, the Catholic Church looked at it and said, this is just a history book. So they separated the two. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
So, right, man. Well, where we standing, but they're control it.
Yeah.
That hand second made on the New Testament for Fugazi.
Say it again?
It's all Fugazi on the New Testament. Like it was handmade, right, by men, right? Like the Bible was written by handmade.
No, well, the Bible, it was inspiration of the Heavenly Father through His prophets.
But the white people took over.
Yeah. I mean, they make their own. They try to make their own Bible verses, like the New International, but the original, it goes back to the scrolls, the Hebrew scrolls, the Hebrew and Greek scrolls. So, I don't know if you know which they don't really teach that. They don't even know King James. Most people don't know King James was a so-called black man. You know that? And he got 47 Hebrew and Greek scholars to transliterate the Bible from the Hebrew and Greek into English, because the Catholics at that time had sole control over the scriptures, and they were speaking it in Latin, the Latin Vulgate. So the majority of people at that time, and even now, can't speak no Latin unless you're highly educated. So he brought it into the language of the people. And then that's when the snare campaign came out against him. I forgot about the Jesuit priests that started calling him gay, this, that, and the third. First of all, the Bible condemns.
If you go back into the Romans, how they saying that, sorry to cut you off. In them TV shows like the Spartacus and all that, the Night and all that. You see all that gay shit in them TV shows too.
Yeah, he was ruling back then. That's in his spirit. The Greeks, the Romans, but you have black people back there, like the people in the gladiators, Spartacus. Those are also so-called black men. We got history on that. They call them the Black Greeks.
Black Greeks.
The Greeks, the Romans, they were all into homosexuality, pedophilia. And it's the same thing today. It's just that's in his spirit. That's just who he is.
All that shit. I think you know like them Israelites that be down on Fordham Road, on Webster, because I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
And they used to go, white man this, white man that. Look how these women is dressing. They don't be there no more, but every summer those Israelites will be on Fordham and Webster, and they go down to Harlem a lot too. You know, Harlem is desperation. But right there on Fordham and Webster be on the corner, it's like a little more because they're hooking up now. You know, they're taking over the Bronx. That was the last road they had to fix real good. They used to stand there and go in for like 5 hours. Yo, these Israelites be bugging me.
They be going ham, man.
Look at you. You scared? You don't want to dress like a woman? Look at you. You can't be my wife. I be like, yo, these dudes. I ain't gonna front. A lot of things they say is facts. They just go too over.
Well, you know, pray for me. Some brothers. No, I say I pray for you and pray for Victor. I pray to Yahawah That's his name. Yahawah being the Most High, and Yahawashi is his son. You see what I'm saying? And you can also say prayers yourself too.
I do pray.
And you gotta come out of here, brother. Because the scripture says this too before you leave. Because I'm gonna pray for you, and plus it's gonna be online anyway. You see what I'm saying? Proverbs 28 and 9. You gotta keep the commandments, like smoking and whatnot, because that defiles your temple.
I don't do drugs. I never date, thanks to God, but I do get a little drink on.
You can drink in moderation.
Cigarettes, I'm trying to stop.
So as you grow more, like a lot of stuff brothers struggle with, it stops. Eat like what the Bible teaches a dietary law. That's why people got high blood pressure, things of that nature, because they eating pork and shrimp and crab. You ain't supposed to be doing that.
I work in a restaurant all the time. And they, by law, you know, the restaurant got to feed you. Once in a while I do cheat, but sometimes I know I'm going to just stuff myself with a piece of bread and water, but we got access to the fountain. You can get water, soda, whatever, so I just stuff myself like that until I get home. And then when it hit like 12, 2, 3 in the morning, as hungry as I am, I'll boil you like a potato or coke, because I try not to eat nothing too greasy and heavy, and not having a steak in a while, which is red meat.
Plus we under the curses, man. We can't be eating like that either. See what I'm saying? And that's something I stopped years ago too, was a soda. And you feel different. Like if I want to drink something with flavor, whatnot, you know, they have the sparkling waters now. You know what I mean? That tastes, you know. You want something with flavor, but it all comes in stages though. You see what I'm saying?
They said that New York City tap water is supposed to be the best water.
I always drink water with high pH. Anything over 7, you know what I mean? Like Essentia, this water was like 8.1. Anything like they call alkaline water, because if your body is alkaline, then it's hard for disease to live in it.
So what water is good? Like the Fiji?
The Fiji is good. It's like 7 point something.
I heard the one with the black cat.
Essentia, I think. SS.
I can't pronounce that word. It comes with a black cap and they got like black cat with a little bit of red.
I think so. You have to tear the thing. That's good. That's like 9.5.
9.5?
Okay. And fruits and veggies, kale, spinach, cilantro. You could drink it. They got a lot of juice bars. Like when you
look
tap,
the locks in them. I'm deep locking.
Yeah.
They're bringing good things to the community.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, man.
That's how you're supposed
Healthy.
to do it.
I met him a few times, and the first one they opened in Castle Hill, man, that dude Styles Peace is a healthy dude. He do not play, boy.
And that's how you get closer to the Heavenly Father. It brings you on a higher vibration. When you eat certain foods and the fried foods, and you drink too much sun, you smoke, put you at a lower vibration. You see what I'm saying?
It's like you're breaking your body, bro.
Yeah, you're breaking your temple down, yeah. Because our forefathers, when you read in the garden, which I'm not no vegetarian, but in the garden, they didn't eat meat. They only ate off the earth, veggies.
So what you eat?
I eat meat, but lawful meats. But everything in moderation. Is balanced, meat and veggies. You see what I'm saying? I don't drink no soda, no more juice.
I eat a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
Steam them up.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'm gonna say a lot of you. Once in a while, I want to eat a little pork chop.
Yeah.
I either use canola oil if I'm in the mood to fry it, which I try my best not to eat too much, or I definitely throw it in the grill on the oven.
Yeah.
And what I eat a lot is a lot of chicken cutlet.
Yeah. For the pork, pork you ain't supposed to eat. That's unclean. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you learn more about oils, the people of oils, most of us use like avocado oil. They're expensive though. You mean
Coconut oil.
We
don't got that in the community.
Grapeseed oil. That's hard and that's expensive too.
You know what my mother said? It's good to fry, but you gotta be very low and be on point with it.
Yeah.
The olive oil is pretty good.
Yeah, olive oil is great.
But if you're gonna fry something,
Yeah.
you just gotta keep it low flame and watch whatever you're frying.
Yeah, because it burns real quick. You know what I'm saying? But those are the healthy oils. Like, vegetable oil is not that good. But like I said, everything is in stages. The more you learn, the more you grow, the more things you start cutting off. And that's what the Bible means to be born again. See, in these churches, they're the same nigga. They just believe on Jesus. That's not what the Lord taught. They still eat pork, shrimp, worshiping white Jesus, celebrating Christmas. Women are harlots. Their pastors are homo, pedophilia. All that's still in the church, where they just praise Jesus or roll on the floor, get their pastor money. All what we talk about, the deep conversations, you would never hear that in the churches.
Because it's too real.
Yeah.
While my members will come around to you, but fuck on my church.
Yeah.
Because that real's hitting.
Yeah. If a pastor was to teach all that, the minute he start getting on women, you sisters, he's dressed more moderately. I was like, get up and leave. I'm not trying to hear all that. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, talking about herbs. If you get one, so all right. I'm about to leave soon too. Ecclesiastes 38:3. It says, since we're on herbs, 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, herbs. He that is wise will not abhor them or hate them. Everything, any sickness you have, the Most High has it already on this earth.
True.
And that proves that the white man is the devil. What would make you look at an apple and say, you know what, that's not good enough? I have to create my own apple. That doesn't make any sense. And then it doesn't even have seeds in it. Most of the fruits that they're replicating now don't have seeds, and they just throw organic on it. And you just end up, that's a marketing scheme.
Yeah, it's a marketing scheme.
Yeah.
Fuck around, you buy that shit ain't even organic.
You're just paying more for poison, that's it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we try to deal with the best of the worst.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, brother.
You be here every Saturday?
Yeah, Lord will, or it's on the internet too.
When you go, where you go by?
Yeah, Seers of Truth, SERS of Truth 144. It's on YouTube.
Okay, so I'm being recorded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on YouTube.
So we pray, because I'm about to start going.
Yeah.
Get into it.
No, and like I said, I'll pray for you in private because we pray, pray in the Hebrew, Yeah. I remember you, and Yahawashi see you, and there's angels around that see you.
Yeah.
You get a blessing for that, man.
Remember Victor?
Yeah.
My mom, she's strong because God's given her the strength. For 30 years she's been dealing with this, and my court case and my health.
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah.
Yahawashi be with you. That's the Father,
So you be here every Saturday?
Lord will,
You'll see me because I work Tuesday through Saturdays.
Yeah.
And Sundays and Monday I'm always get up and I walk through here.
Yeah. Lord will.
God bless, man.
Same here.
Take care,
The Yahawashi be with you, man. That's the Father and the Son in the Hebrew. From. So, edifying who I need to edify, and Yahawashi be with that brother Hector, man. You see what I'm saying? And all of our people who hear this word. There's a couple of homeless jakes coming up here. And had they stayed and listened, they would have got that knowledge. The Northern Kingdom waking up. And that's another thing. You got demons out there teaching that they not our brothers, man. You guys are wicked for that, man. Every Israelite not gonna look like Wesley Snipes, man. You gotta be spiritual, man. Ephraim waking up. All the tribes waking up. going through that court case. See, and I had other topics. The Most High is the one who's controlling the show. All right. I'm gonna bring out one more precept. We're gonna close this out, man. Kala Yahawah Shem Yahawah. Kala Yahawah Shem Yahawah. Kala Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, man. For giving us the rivers of living water, man. Okay? And our people right now, they're lost, man. See, he going through a case which Yahawashi said, "He warns you to have child and suckling in these days, man. Don't be dropping no seed in these women, man. Run. Run from these women, man. When they come with that foolishness, man. Because that's how they trap you. Okay, that so-called baby is a trap, man. You see what I'm saying? Okay, like they call them babies, what, welfare checks, man. Or these so-called celebrities who drop seed in these wicked women, that's a check right there, man. So you got to be wise in these last days, man. Because that's Satan's main instrument to bring you down, women. Okay? And we bring it out raw and uncut. We're not looking for subscribers here, man. We're not looking for subscribers. We're not looking for fame. What the Bible calls vainglory. Like I was telling him also, your temple represent. This is where the Heavenly Father dwells in. So you got to keep your temple on point. You know, if you eat fried foods and whatnot, you know, you be limited with it, man. But you know, you also take things to bring down your blood pressure, your blood sugar. You know, garlic, olive leaf, bitter melon, you know what I'm saying, cinnamon. You know, you take these things after you eat, man. If you do eat those things, drink a lot of water. You know, you go to the juice bar, drink, 100% made juice, or you make it yourself. You know, these things we gotta tap into. So I'm saying, tap into the earth, just tapping into the Heavenly Father's glory. So I'm gonna read this last precept. Where we at now? We get Isaiah 61.
Go suck your mother's dick.
People got demons on them. Isaiah 61 and 1. Isaiah chapter 61 verse 1. Where we at? Let me see. It says, close it out with this. It was a beautiful day, man. Got out here later than usual, but it was all the will of Yahawah Shem Yahawah. It was his movie. Isaiah 61 and 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because Yahawah Shem Yahawah have anointed me. He has chosen us to preach good tidings unto the meek, you Israelites. That's in a low position. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. That's what we're doing with this knowledge. That's what he said, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Let's read it one more time. Isaiah 61 and 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because Yahawah Shem Yahawah have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. See, and our people are in prison mentally and spiritually. And the Most High has sent us, anointed us to set you free. Verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. Kala Yahawah Shem Yahawah. Most High sent us out here to bind up the brokenhearted, to set liberty to the captives, man. All right, to comfort all that mourn. Okay, and that's represent the 1/3, aka the elect. And give all glory to Yahawah Shem Yahawah. May He give us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the strength to keep pushing hard. Okay, until Shiloh come, until Yahawashi come. And also death and destruction, man. The day of the Lord. To 2/3, Esau, Edom, and you other nations, and of course America, aka Babylon. Death to you, man. That I'm gonna say Shalom.
I'm ready.
Chick.